The morning sky over the city is clear. The embassy's glass roof shines like water. Reporters crowd the steps. Cameras point at the doors. Police hold the lines. People whisper. No one laughs. No one moves. Inside the Great Hall, leaders stand in a long row. Flags hang from high beams. The floor is marble, white and cold. It looks clean. It looks safe. But the air is tight like a drum before a strike. Ayan Malik stands at the center. He is the human ambassador. His suit is dark. His tie is straight. His face is calm. His left hand shakes once, then goes still. He breathes in and out. He tells a guard, open the doors. The doors swing wide. A shadow falls across the glass roof. The shadow grows. It is not a cloud. It is wings. The hall shakes. Dust drops from the beams. A hard wind rushes in. People cover their eyes. The dragon lands. Claws scrape the paving stones outside. The sound is sharp and long. Heat moves over the floor like a wave. The dragon's scales glow like hot metal. His eyes are bright gold. His horns curve like hooks. Smoke curls from his jaws. Soldiers grip their rifles. The rifles look small. A slim figure steps from the dragon's side. It is a young alien girl. She wears a cloak the color of ash. Her hair is pale silver. Her eyes are clear and dark at once. She walks with quiet steps, but no one can look away. She speaks. Her voice is steady. I am Lyra. I speak for the dragons. The hall stays silent. Even the cameras seem to hold their breath. Lyra looks at Ayan. We come for truth, she says. Our kind honors promises. Our kind burns lies. The dragon lifts his head. His chest glows from within like a coal waking up. The marble under him begins to crack. Heat shapes thin lines in the stone like a map of rivers. Ayan bows. Welcome, Lyra. Welcome, honored one. He does not say the dragon's name. He has not earned it. Lyra points to the lower levels of the embassy. There is a vault, she says. In that vault is our promised gift. A human gave a vow. The gift must be returned to our kind when we arrive in peace. A murmur passes through the hall. Ayan feels it like a push on his back. He does not move. A promise was made, he says, and a promise will be kept. From the leader's row, a man steps forward. His uniform is pressed and bright. His medals shine. He is General Cole. His smile is thin. Earth keeps its word, he says. There is no problem here. The dragon's chest burns brighter. Lyra tilts her head. We will test this, she says. She looks again at Ayan as if she can see his heart. If the promise stands, fire will pass. If the promise is broken, fire will judge. Ayan meets her eyes. He thinks of long nights, old files, and a woman's voice from a recording that he cannot forget. He nods once. We are ready. Cameras zoom in. Hands tighten on rifles. Sweat beads on foreheads. The smell of smoke is stronger now. The dragon draws in a deep breath. The glow inside his chest swells like a sunrise trapped behind bone. The hall fills with light. Light fades from the great hall. Smoke hangs in thin lines under the roof. No one speaks. The dragon's chest still glows like a furnace behind bone. Lyra steps forward. Her cloak shifts like ash and wind. Now we test truth, she says. Do not run. Do not shout. Speak plain words. The dragon lowers his head. He opens his jaws, slow and careful. A thin thread of fire slides out and kisses the marble. It does not roar, it crawls. It draws a bright line across the floor like a living needle. People watch the fire right. Lyra points to the leaders. One by one, she says. You will stand by the line and answer. General Cole moves first, chin high. His medals tap his chest. Earth keeps all promises, he says. The fire flares near his boots. The marble pops. Cole steps back fast, face tight. He forces a laugh. Sensitive system, Ayan walks to the line. He does not rush. He does not hide his hands. A promise was made, he says. I know it. I will keep it. The fire calms. It dims the way a wave sinks after a break on sand. Lyra notes this. Her eyes are steady. Who holds the vault key? A clerk lifts a badge with a shaking hand. I do. I am Hana. Did you open the vault today? Lyra asks. Hana swallows. No, not today. The fire slides near her shoes and stays cool. It makes a soft purr like a cat that is ready but not angry. A guard in gray, Namepatch Ruiz, stands by the line. Night Watch checked the door at dawn, he says. All green. The fire flutters, then rests. Lyra nods. Good. The dragon spreads one wing. Shadows fall like a curtain. He taps a claw on the marble. Sparks leap. Lines of heat branch out from the thin fire and form a circle 3 steps wide. The circle glows, then cools to dull red. Lyra says, "This is the truth circle." Lies burn inside the ring. "We will be quick." Cole's aide, a young man with a slick smile, steps in. He wipes his brow. "General Cole has no reason to touch the vault," he says. The circle hisses. Heat rises around his ankles. The aide yelps and jumps out, shoes smoking. He stares at the floor, lips open, no words left. Cole's jaw works. "Accidents happen," he mutters. Ayan looks at the ceiling cameras. "Play last night's feed," he tells the tech booth. Screens drop from the beams. The hall fills with blue light. The video shows an empty vault hall. Still and quiet. Too clean. Lyra's eyes narrow. "It loops," she says. Someone cut the real feed. The dragon's head tilts like he is listening to stone. He pushes breath through his teeth. The thin fire on the floor lifts into small letters and numbers glowing bright. B3 South Stair. Service door. The fire writes a map right there on the marble, a hot red path to the lower levels. Hana gasps. "That door should lock at night." "It did not," Lyra says. "Someone changed it." Cole's voice goes cold. "Stand down. We will handle our own security." The dragon's eyes turn on him. Gold like the heart of a star. Cole looks away. Ayan takes 1 step toward the map. "We go now," he says. "Lyra with me." Lyra touches the glowing line. It does not burn her. "The promise waits below," she says. Then the sound hits them, a hard alarm, fast and mean, tears the air. Red lights flash along the walls. A guard bursts through a side door, face white. "Ambassador!" He shouts, "The lower vault, breach!" Another guard stumbles in behind him. "The case is empty," he says. "The gift is gone." The dragon draws a deep breath. The floor warms. The lights shake in their frames. Lyra lifts her hand toward Ayan. "Run," she says. The test is not over. Judgment moves, sirens claw at the air. Red lights spin across steel and glass. Ayan runs. Lyra runs at his side. Guard Ruiz and Clerk Hana follow close, keys rattling, breath loud. The glowing map the dragon burned into the marble points the way. B3 South Stair, service door, and then fades like cooling iron. They reach the stairwell. The door is half open. The lock is cut clean, not smashed. Ayan touches the edge. It is warm, not from heat, but from speed. Whoever did this moved fast. Down the steps they go. Concrete walls thrum with the sound of big fans. Dust shakes loose from the rails as if the building itself is nervous. Far above, the dragon shifts his weight. They feel it as a tremor through bone. Level B3. The hall is long and white, but not clean now. Black shoe streaks mark the floor. A strip of camera tape peels from a lens like dead skin. Ayan points. "Looped feed," he says. Lyra nods. "A plan, not panic. The vault door stands at the end. Its lights are green. Too easy." Ruiz swipes Hana's badge. The door opens with a soft sigh and a hard smell. Metal and ozone. Inside, the room is cold. The case in the center is shattered. Not from a hit. From a cut. Glass lies in neat, bright triangles like ice from a sharp blade. A round cradle sits empty. A dark velvet ring holds nothing now. Lyra steps close. She does not touch. A faint warmth rises from the cradle like breath from a sleeping mouth that is now gone. Her voice is soft. The gift was alive. Ayan feels the old ache in his chest. A memory pulls him back. Dr. Lin's lab, late night, 1 lamp, a sealed pod like a gray tear. Dr. Lin's voice on a recorder. "If they come in peace, we return what is theirs. Promise me, Ayan." He had placed his hand on the pod and felt a slow, gentle pulse, warm as a coal. He had said, "I promise." He pulls himself to now. "We keep it," he says, more to the room than to anyone else. Hana kneels near the case. "Sir, this." She holds up a small, broken chip tooth from a badge. It is matte black, edged with copper. Military issue. Not embassy. Not hers. Ruiz scans the floor. He points to marks by the door. 2 wheel lines side by side, tight together. "Cart," he says. "Heavy load. Fast movers." Lyra's eyes flick to the corners. 3 people, she says. 1 light step, 1 heavy, 1 with a drag. She points to a scuff that pulls left every 3rd step. Injury or limp. They moved like a unit. Ayan checks the camera panel. The timestamps jump, then freeze, then jump again. Clean work. He breathes out. They planned this days ago. A soft blink on a wall screen catches Hana's eye. Service lift, in use. Destination Skybridge, North Dock. Not the main exit, Ruiz says. They want a quiet roof. Lyra steps to the door. They fear the dragon's eyes, she says. They hope steel and sky will hide them. They run back into the hall. The sirens are louder here, faster, like a heart under a sprint. The air blows cold from vents. The cold smells like rain before a storm. Ayan leads, but the map in his head is already changing. The thieves are smart. They cut cameras, fooled locks, used a cart, aimed for the bridge. They reach the service lift lobby. The doors are just closing. Ayan lunges, jams his hand between them. Pain shocks up his arm, but the doors stutter and open. Inside, nothing but the smell of oil and a smear of silver dust on the rail, bright as moon sand. Lyra touches the dust. Egg skin, she says. It sheds when afraid. Ayan looks up. The display ticks past floors. B2, B1, G, they cannot ride this one. It's already above. He spins. South corridor. Stairs to the sky bridge. They sprint. The corridor bends left, then right. Footsteps slap, radios crackle, breath burns. A door ahead swings open. Men in black step through, helmets down, visors dark, rifles up. Their patches read Security Bravo, but the color is wrong. The stance is wrong. The smell is wrong. Gun oil and fresh paint on old cloth. Ayan slows, hands open. This is the ambassador, Ruiz calls. Stand clear. The front man tilts his head, listens to a voice in his ear, and then speaks in a flat tone. Step away, ambassador. The man in black does not blink. Step away, ambassador. Ayan keeps his hands open. Show your orders, he says. Badge, code, name. The man tilts his head again, listening to his earpiece. Orders are classified. Lyra studies their boots, their rifles, the way their fingers rest on the triggers. Not embassy, she says. Borrowed uniforms. New paint. Old cloth. Guard Ruiz shifts his weight. Bravo team, He stops. The patches are glued, not sewn. He sees it now. Ayan smiles like a teacher with a secret. If you are real security, he says, you know the fire rules. What rules? The leader asks. Ayan points at the ceiling. Sprinkler test. Code Amber. He claps twice, sharp and loud, then looks toward Hana. She understands. She runs to a wall panel and yanks a red handle. Pipes groan. Heads pop open. Cold water falls like rain. The men in black choke and curse. Their visors fog. Their grips slip. Lyra moves like smoke. She steps into the spray, cloak dark and heavy, and touches 2 cameras with her palm. For one breath, the screens flicker. The hallway becomes a loop. 4 humans standing still, hands up. That is what the men see in their helmets. Go, Lyra whispers. They run past the blind squad. 1 man swings, too slow. Ruiz bumps him with a shoulder and takes his radio. The voice on the line is tight, eager. Status? Ruiz answers in a flat tone. All clear. Moving to bridge. Copy, the voice says. Package ready. General wants leverage. Lyra meets Ayan's eyes. General, she says. She does not need to say the name. They push into the south corridor. A stair door bangs. Footsteps above. A squeak of cartwheels. The air smells like oil and something sweet and bright, silver dust again. Up, Ayan says. They climb fast. The stairs are narrow, steel under wet shoes. Hana breathes hard but does not stop. Ruiz covers the rear, radio low in his fist. Water runs from their hair and sleeves and hits the steps in quick beats. A landing. A service door. A sliver of night wind. They slip through. They are in a tight service stairwell near the sky bridge. Pipes hug the walls. A single light buzzes. The sound of a small engine fades on the other side of a metal door. Ayan leans in. He hears a cart stop, then a soft click, like a box settling on rubber. He looks at Lyra. She nods. He pushes the door. The thieves are gone, but the egg is here. It sits in a padded crate on the landing. Dark silver. Lines like rivers run under its skin. Tiny motes of light float inside like fireflies under fog. The air around it is warm, gentle like breath from a sleeping thing. Lyra kneels. Her face softens. Little one, she says, almost a song. The egg makes a faint sound, a glass bell far away. Ayan reaches for the crate handles. Ruiz stops him. Wait, look. A thin wire runs from the underside of the crate to a black puck on the wall. A red dot winks on the puck. Small screen ticks pale numbers 0045, 0044. Hana swallows. A bomb? Ruiz stares at the wire. Not a big one, he says. A cutter. If we lift wrong, if we break the beam, if we pull the wire, boom! Lyra's eyes harden. They set a leash, she says. They want fear. They want to trade life for power. Ayan hears Cole's voice in his memory. Bargain. Make them fear us. He feels heat in his chest, not from fire, but from shame. He breathes slow. We can beat this. Lyra studies the puck. Signal, she says. If I block it, the timer may jump. If I touch the wire, it may cut. Ruiz checks the radio. The line crackles. Status? Ayan clicks transmit. His voice is low. Package sighted, he says. Delay on extraction. Negative, the voice replies. Bridge in 2 minutes, move. The timer blinks. Shaw-33, the stairwell hums. The light buzzes. The egg gives one soft, scared chirp. Lyra looks at Ayan. Choose, she says. Trust her fear. A tiny green LED wakes on the puck. The timer speeds up. The tiny green LED wakes. The timer speeds up. 0032, 0031. Ayan looks at the wire, then at the egg. We move the whole crate, he says. No lifting. No cutting. No shocks. Ruiz rips off his belt and loops it through the crate handles to make a sling. Hana threads a cable tie through the belt so the crate will not sway. Lyra smooths the wire with 2 fingers, gentle as rain. The timer stutters, then keeps going. 027 boots pound below. Radio voices climb the stairwell like bad echoes. Bridge team report. Package delayed. Negative, bring it. General wants eyes. Ayan nods to Ruiz. We go. They lift. Not up, but out, sharing the weight through the belt so the crate never rises from the floor. The wire stays slack. The puck keeps blinking. The little egg gives a soft, scared chirp that rattles Ayan's bones. They push through the service door. The wind licks their wet clothes. The sky bridge is a glass tunnel over bright city lights. Red alarm strobes paint their faces. Far ahead, a side door opens to the great hall. Men in black spill from the stairwell behind them. Stop! Ruiz drops a smoke can. Gray clouds bloom, thick and wet. Footsteps skid, shouts turn to coughs. The team moves slow but steady, the crate sliding on rubber feet. Lyra's eyes are on the end of the bridge. He waits, she says. Inside the hall, the dragon turns his head. Forn's eyes are suns. His chest glows like a forge. The marble is a web of old heat lines. Leaders back away. Cameras tilt. The crowd parts without a sound as if pushed by a tide. Ayan steps through the door with the crate. He faces the dragon. He bows once. Honored one, he says, voice clear. We bring what was promised. The bomb timer blinks. Throw 14. General Cole stands on the terrace above, jaw tight, fingers white on a rail. He stares down at the crate, then at the dragon, then at Ayan. His face is a storm without rain. Lyra lifts her hands, palms out. Hear the right, she says. Her voice carries to every corner. Oathfire burns liars. Oathfire spares keepers of promises. Let truth decide. Forn lowers his head. Who swore? His voice shakes glass. Ayan steps between the dragon and the egg. He takes off his jacket. He spreads his empty hands. His shirt smokes from old heat, but his eyes are steady. I swore, he says. To Dr. Lin in a quiet room. I promised to return this egg when your kind came in peace. Lyra watches his face. She sees fear there, but also a wall that does not crack. She nods once. He stands under truth. Cole leans forward. This is theater, he calls. Stand down, Malik. This is not your choice. Ayan does not look up. It is my word. The timer blinks. Choice row 8. The egg pulses, dim light under silver skin. It hears the dragon. It hears the human. Its glow is like a heartbeat answering a drum. Ayan raises his voice so the whole world hears. I keep the promise. Burn me if I lie. Spare me if I keep my word. Let Oathfire judge. The hall holds its breath. Forn draws air like the sea draws a tide. His ribs shine. Fire climbs his throat. He fixes his gaze on the small human who dares to stand between dragon and kin. Lyra whispers, stand still. Hana squeezes the belt tighter around the crate. Ruiz crouches, eyes on the timer. Troy 5, Cole's fingers rise as if to give an order and stop. Forn opens his jaws. Light floods the world. Flame roars forward, pure and bright. A river of sun poured through bone. It rushes toward Ayan. The fire hits him and bends. It wraps around Ayan like a bright river splitting on a rock. Flame roars past his shoulders, curls over his head and breaks into a golden ring that leaves his skin unburned. His shirt smokes. His hair singes. But he stands. The hall gasps as one. Someone drops a camera. It clatters loud in the sudden hush. Forn shuts his jaws. The glow in his chest fades to a steady coal. He lowers his head until one great eye is level with the human, his voice is deep as thunder under the sea. Truth. Lyra exhales, a small sound, half laugh and half prayer. Oathfire spares him, she says for all to hear. The promise is kept. The timer on the bomb keeps counting, till 4. 003, Hana whispers. It's still running. Ayan turns, moves to the crate, and keeps his hands open. Easy, he says. No sudden pull. Ruiz slides closer, eyes on the wire. Beam is tight, he says. One wrong lift and we cut it. On the terrace, General Cole goes pale, then hard. He draws a pistol so smooth it looks like a thought. He aims at the egg. Lyra sees the motion. No. The shot cracks. Ayan throws himself between the gun and the crate. The bullet hits the floor, sparks jump, the wire twitches. The timer flashes. 002, Cole fires again. Ruiz dives and hits him with a shoulder. The second shot goes wild. Bites a pillar, showers marble dust. The belt around the crate jerks. The puck chirps. The timer jumps. Goro 10. 002 Noah. Armed, Ruiz says. No cancel. It's on a dead man. Cole snarls and slams an elbow into Ruiz's ribs. He rips free, grabs the fallen radio and shouts, "Go clean the bridge!" I'm coming through. The men in black answer with sharp clicks. Doors slam in the distance. Ayan crouches low. Lyra, he says. If the bomb goes, the egg pulses under silver skin, a soft light like breath. It gives a small chirp, brighter than fear. Lyra steps to the dragon. Vorn, we need your shield. Vorn spreads his wings. The hull darkens under their span. Heat rolls off him in a quiet wave. Stand close, he says. Ayan, Lyra, Hana, and Ruiz press in around the crate. Ayan keeps his hand steady on the belt. Lyra looks into the egg and speaks in her own tongue, a short phrase that sounds like wind over stone. The timer blinks. 03. Eros 2. Fold down, Ruiz shouts. Vorn folds his wings around them and drops his head, horns to the floor. Scales lock like armor plates. Light dies. The world becomes sound. A white punch of air. A flat roar. The floor jumps. Marble screams. Glass cracks. Heat slaps and then vanishes, torn away by the dragon's mass. Smoke claws for a moment and then thins, pushed out by a low growl that is almost a chant. Silence. Then the tick of cracked lights. Distant alarms. Footsteps, shouts, the thin cry of a terrified camera drone. Vorn lifts one wing. They are alive. The crate is scorched but whole. The wire is dust. The puck is split, dead. The egg's glow is steady like a small heart after a run. It chirps again, stronger. Lyra presses her forehead to the crate. Thank you, she whispers to the dragon and the little life inside. Ayan stands, legs shaking. His eyes are wet from smoke, not tears. That is what he tells himself. He looks to the terrace. Cole is gone. North Sky Bridge, Ruiz says, already moving. He points at a black stain where Cole stood. On the floor is a small data drive, knocked from the general's belt in the struggle, cracked but not broken. Hana picks it up with a piece of cloth. What's on it? Hana asks. Lyra tilts her head, listening to something only she hears. Orders, she says. And names. From the far doors, the sound of a helicopter grows. Rotors chopping the night, heavy and fast. The bridge lights flicker as emergency locks cycle. A security gate slams down, then back up, fighting a hack. Vorn tastes the air. Traitors run, he says. Judgment follows. Ayan looks at the egg, at Lyra, at the dragon. His voice is calm again. We finished this, he says. He turns toward the sky bridge and the floor. Beneath his feet trembles once more. From inside the crate comes a soft crack. From inside the crate comes a soft crack. Everyone freezes. Smoke hangs thin in the air. The scorched belt still holds the box, but the silver shell now has a fine line down its side, like dawn cutting night. A small light moves under the shell. It is slow, then strong. Another crack. A tiny claw pushes out. The shell peels back. The hatchling blinks into the world, small, shining, and very alive. Its scales are pale silver with faint blue at the edges, like frost on steel. Steam curls from its nose in little puffs. It chirps once, bright and brave. The hall breathes again, then the north doors slam. General Cole runs across the sky bridge, pistol in hand, radio at his ear. Far beyond him, a helicopter rotors up from a roof pad. Its lights sweep the glass like a searcher's eye. Ruiz starts after him. Ayan lifts a hand. Halt, he says. He looks at the hatchling. He looks at Lyra. This life first. Lyra nods. She kneels by the crate. She speaks a short phrase in her tongue, soft and old. Vorn lowers his head and lets out a warm breath, not flame, but heat like a blanket. The hatchling lifts its head into the glow and makes a pleased sound. On the terrace, Hana opens the cracked data drive with a field kit. The screen shows a folder, leverage, orders, payments, names. A message tag repeats, Phase 2. Hana's face hardens. He planned this with outside help. Ayan takes a small recorder from his pocket. It is scuffed from years of use. He presses play. Dr. Lin's voice fills the hall, calm, kind, steady. If they come in peace, we return what is theirs. Keep your word, Ayan, and they will keep theirs. If we keep this promise, we all live. The hatchling tilts its head at the voice. It chirps twice like an answer. Lyra's eyes shine. She speaks to the leaders and to the cameras. You have heard the promise? You have seen oath fire, Judge. Let witness be law. Cole reaches the far door. He shouts into his radio. Lift me now! The helicopter dips closer, wind punching the bridge. Glass shivers. Vorn turns, one slow step, then another. He plants a foreclaw on the bridge's steel spine. He does not break it. He does not roar. He simply looks at the helicopter. The craft shudders and pulls back with a frightened wobble. Its pilot knows a bad choice when he sees one, Cole swears. He fires a shot at the ceiling and runs back inside, toward a stair on the far side. Ruiz moves to cut him off. Bring him alive, Ayan says. Ruiz nods and goes. Lyra faces the hall. We propose an accord, she says. Word for word. Oath for oath. Dragons will stand with Earth, Earth will stand with dragons. The young will grow in safety. The old will guard the sky. Vorn bows his great head to Ayan. Earth honored truth when death was near, he says. We honor Earth. Ayan steps to the crate. The hatchling climbs the edge, slips, and lands in his hands, warm light, a little bundle of heat and heartbeat. It lifts its tiny head to his face and touches his chin with its nose. A small spark pops, playful as a child. Lyra smiles. He chooses, she says. First human rider. The hall breaks into sound. Cheers, cries, the relieved laugh that comes after fear. Cameras hum. Flags stir in the warm breath from Vorn's chest. Hana raises the data drive. We clean our house, she says. Names go to law, Ayan nods. Justice without hate. Strong, not cruel. He looks at Lyra. We sign. Lyra lifts her hand. Ayan lifts his. Vorn touches a horn to the floor. A thin line of fire writes words that cool into metal. The oath-bound accord. As the letters set, the hatchling lets out a bright squeak and tries to flap tiny wings. It fails, tumbles, and lands against Ayan's heart. He holds it steady. It purrs like a small forge. Far off, Ruiz's voice comes on the radio. Cole in custody, he says. No more shots. Peace settles like warm rain, but not everywhere. At the edge of the ruined hall, a tech in a gray vest kneels by a fallen scale from Vorn's wing. He slips it into a black case. He looks left, then right, then speaks into a hidden mic. Sample secured, he whispers. Phase 2 begins. High above Earth, a dark shape moves against the stars. No lights, no flags. Just a cold window and a watcher's eye. It turns, slow, patient, and keeps watching.